Hey guys, Locke here and welcome to episode 5 of FIFA 16 West Brom Career Mode. So to start off with today's episode, we do have transfer deadline day. And we're pretty inactive in this transfer deadline day, but we do loan Andre Wright out to Doncaster on a 1 year loan, and we'll see how good he comes back in 1 year's time. And we do get a bid from Newcastle United for Gareth McCauley, and you'll see it now. It's £700,000, yeah, and I counter offer and say 1.2 million, and it's one of the stupidest things I've ever done. I should have accepted it. He's 74 rated, 35 years old. I should have accepted it, and you'll see in a minute Newcastle come back and say we are uninterested, and I was so pissed off at myself. I should have accepted it because that is good money for a person who's pretty bad in game and is that old. So we need to get rid of players like him at the moment because he's not really going to be playing much first team football this year. And again, like the first game of the season against City, he stuffed up twice and gave away 2 penalties. And well, they leaked in 4 goals, him and Johnny Evans. And also against Norwich in his other starting game, they lost at home to Norwich. We lost at home to Norwich, and he was poor yet again. But here's our first squad report, and as you can see, players like Robin Noke and Bellerin are doing well going up, which is good to see. And Nathan Redmond is doing all right, I suppose. Hasn't grown yet. McLean, Sessegnon, who's played really well so far for me this year. He's got 2 goals, 1 assist out of 5 appearances. Pretty good effort for a guy who's 31 and age 77. Berahino hasn't grown yet. He's still threatened, but his stats are growing, which is good. I don't know what I was doing there, but I go down. And Iheanacho's grown too, which is really, really good. And I'm very happy about that. And really, no one else has grown apart from Joe Gomez. Loftus-Cheek has grown, and Serge Gnabry. And what's his name? I think that was Fletcher who went down 1. But here I do train some players, and as you'll see here, Rondon, Berahino, Redmond, I'm training. I also train, is it Romero? And I think it may be Robin Noke. So they're all the players I'm training, and we'll see how I go in a minute because I do not show the... I think I played all these results, so that's pretty stupid of me. I'm going to simulate it from now on. But I got a D, and an F, a C, D, B. So that's not great, but not the worst in the world. B is pretty good for Robin Noke. And we do get our first squad report, and as you can see, it's pretty rubbish. Like, it was very, very disappointing. No, I didn't even sign anyone. I continue to scout on that guy, but I doubt he's going to turn into anything special. And for the first game of today's episode, we do have a game against Southampton. Pretty important game, pretty tough game, I suppose, because Southampton, obviously, not the worst side in the world. They nearly qualified for Europa League last year. Well, they did get to the playoffs and lost to FC Mechelen, the Danish team, I'm pretty sure. But here we are. We're 13th in the ladder at the moment. 4 games played, 4 points, so that's all right. And considering the teams we have played, that's okay. That's all right. That's pretty good. So yeah, I look to go into this game hoping for 1 point at least. I wouldn't be unhappy with a point because Southampton, like I said, a good team. I expect to just a point because I can't really see us winning this match again. We haven't really looked that threatening on the attack against a big team. So, and Southampton don't have the worst defence in the world, but hopefully we can defend a lot better than usual because our defending has been pretty poor this year. And Robin Noke hopefully is going to be a really good bring-in because I think he's by far, from what I've experienced, a bit better than Johnny Evans and Gareth McCauley. So it's going to be a big game here at home. So haven't got off to a great home start, have we? Lost both games and in the Capital One Cups at all 3. And in the 8th minute, Lucas Romero does a really poor pass here. And they turn it over. It's Pele on the ball, Tadic who slides it through to Pele, and Graziano Pele, the Italian striker, scores in the first 10 minutes. And yet again, we get off to a shocking start. It was really poor defending by me again. I don't know what Johnny Evans is doing there, and then Robin Noke just stands there, but there's not much help. And there's nothing Andres Lindegaard could have done there. Great finish from Pele, and it's 1-0. So, not a good start at all. And in the 12 minutes later, 2 minutes after Pele's goal, Gaston Ramirez, the Uruguayan, gets tackled by a fantastic challenge from Robin Noche, but no one supported him. And, well, Lucas Romero gives the penalty away, and, well, that was a disappointing challenge from the Argentinian. And, well, as you can see here, he does foul Gaston Ramirez. Yeah, that's a clear penalty. And, well, Southampton do have the chance to go 2-0 up. Lindegaard, who hasn't had the worst start to the season, he's done pretty well. Can he save it? Yes, he can. What a save that is from Andres Lindegaard. And the ex-United goalkeeper makes a fantastic stop to his right. So, great save. And in the 34th minute, we get a corner. They fail to deal with it. And as Redmond gets on the ball here, has a hit. It gets blocked. And Stephen Corker just... look at this shocking defending, and Rondon intercepts it, and the goalkeeper cannot save that. That's really poor goalkeeping, and, well, I'm very surprised that actually went in. And Rondon does score. The Venezuelan does score. I think the goalkeeper really could have maybe done a bit better here, as you can see here. Yeah, he's got good hands to it, and he basically tapped it into his own net. So it's pretty stupid goalkeeping there. And it is 1-1 in this game. And only in a couple of minutes later, in the 42nd minute, Jay Rodriguez gets on the ball. The Englishman gives it to Victor Wanyama, who gives it to Graziano Pella. And Pella gets on the ball, gives it to Rodriguez, who scores and makes it 2-1. So again, we can't stay in the game for long. And again, Southampton score and make it 2-1. Really, really poor. Again, from defensive wise, like that is too much space in the box. And it was always, Jay Rodriguez is always going to finish it because he's a great player. Look at that. Nothing Lindegaard can do. Again, really poor defending, because Lindegaard, well, he must be shattered, because it's not like he's only made one mistake this season. And, well, there's not much he can do when his defense is so poor. But again, he makes a good save to deny Gaston Ramirez. And in the 51st minute, Classy gets on the ball here. He does really well to make some space. Gives it to Victor Wanyama, who gives it to Jay Rodriguez, gives it to Classy. And, well, they side net. But if it wasn't for a great block from Pocagnoli, it would have been 3-1, I think, because it was a really good shot and hit his knee and then just side netted. But in the 55th minute, look at this for a mistake from Stephen Corker again, who gives Berahino the goal. And, well, Corker's having a nightmare of a game. He's certainly not having a corker of a game. Yep, that was pretty shameful, but nothing Jack Butland can do there. As, again, this time, it's a really bad mistake from Stephen Corker. He tries to clear. I don't know what he was thinking. And it is 2-2. And Berahino scores his first goal for the season. And that's really good, because we need a player of his standard up in form. And Jay Rodriguez does have another shot. And if it wasn't for another save from Lindegaard, it would have been 2-2. So at least I know my finishings are going alright. But Victor Wanyama gives it to Jordan Classy, who scores, puts it top corner, because that is a great finish. And like I said, my finishing, I think I've only had 2 shots this game so far. I've scored both of them. They've had 11 or 12, and Lindegaard has saved most of them. But he's not stopping that strike from Classy, and that was really a classy finish. Wow, I have no friends. In the 73rd minute here, it's a great tackle from Robin Noche, and Sessegnon gets on the ball here, has a hit, but it's well wide of the goals, and it remains at 2-3. So it's been a really, really exciting game here. And again, Pocagnoli this time gets on the ball, great tackle, gives it to Arnaccio, who gives it back to Berahino. And, well, look at this from Berahino, brilliant, and he just somehow finds a way to get through the defense. And, well, again, this time it was just pure class from Berahino. The first 2 goals were mistakes from defenders, but that was an unbelievable goal. And Berahino maybe he's got his striker's touch back, because the start of the season got sent off, and he hasn't had a great game. But look at that. He dribbles through the defense like Lionel Messi, and the English Messi puts it away. So in the 82nd minute, though, I just want to hold on. But look at this. James Ward-Prowse turns Pocagnoli, and, well, Oriol Romeo makes it 4-3 for the away side. And what a finish that is. Under pressure, the young newly transferred player from Chelsea does score. The holding midfielder may have just given Southampton the win. And, well, if things couldn't get any much more worse, and look at this for a tackle from Lucas Romero, who just takes all his anger out. They're playing bloody corner football, and he, as you'll see in a minute, gets sent off. The young Argentinian hasn't had the worst start to life, but at West Brom, but that was not a good tackle. And yeah, he's it's unlucky because I think he just took his anger out, and that was always going to be send. I just tried to take all my anger out because we came back 3 times from being a goal down, and yet they still found a way to win, and that was really poor defending. So 6 shots to I think it was 13 overall, but most of ours were long shots that didn't really trouble to keep it. Now we have a game against Aston Villa in the derby, so it's the Midlands derby, and this is a must-win because we're under a bit of pressure now. Both managers probably under a bit of pressure, and they need to win this. We've only got 4 points this season. Well, we needed to beat Southampton. Worst defensive teams, not surprisingly, is us because we have been really, really poor in defending. And as we have a look at Aston Villa's team, it's pretty good. Jordan Ayew's leading up top. Charles and Dogby are playing behind him, and Lescott, who used to play for West Brom, featuring for Aston Villa. And as you can see by our side, we obviously had to make the change of switching out Lucas Romero, and Darren Fletcher, the ex-United player, does come into the squad. Not many changes, but I had to get some experience in there and hopefully get us a win. But we need to get off to a good start. And in the 9th minute, as Amevi gives it to Scott Sinclair, the ex-Manchester City player, winger, sends a great ball to Jordan Ayew. And Jordan Ayew cuts back, does really well here, and finds Charles and Dogby in the box. What is Lindegaard doing? And yet again, we can't get off to a good start. How poor is this? Like, it's been shocking. And that was really, really poor from Lindegaard. Like, what was he even thinking? What was he thinking? He had to really do a lot better there. And it's 1-0 for the home side. And in the 20th minute, Jordan Ayew again, who's played well so far, sends in a ball, but we get it clear, but not far enough as Alan Hutton gets onto it. Carlos Sanchez has the shot, and Lindegaard, not yet, but that may have forgiven him for his mistake because that was a very good save. But in the 22nd minute, as Charles Nzogby picks it up, Darren Fletcher rises above him to head it down to Berahino. Berahino gets on the ball, has a strike, and Sessegnon puts in the back of the net, but it was rightly offside. So that's our best opportunity of the game so far, and unlucky there, but Sessegnon was just offside. So good decision from the linesman, but it's still 1-0 for Aston Villa's way. And Carlos Sanchez nearly scored off a free kick. That would have been a great header, diving header from the Colombian. But still in the first half, Carlos Sanchez again gets on the ball, sends it to Charles Nzogby. The Frenchman takes a long shot on. Lindegaard fumbles it and then makes a really good punching save. And we're on the back foot now, and in the 47th minute, Charles Nzogby gets on the ball again, so Aston Villa all over us. Just after halftime, he sends it to Scott Sinclair, who, if it wasn't for another good save from Lindegaard, would have made it 2-0. So Lindegaard, after his mistake, has played solidly, but in the 84th minute, we're just looking for that equaliser, because it's been a pretty poor game, this one, and James McLean gets on the ball. He sends it to Bellerin. Bellerin gives it to Berahino in the middle. Berahino has a shot, but it's a good save from Guzan. And that is how it ends. And I am the manager of West Brom is probably under immense pressure now. That was one game we did not need to lose, and we lost it. So disappointing, and I'm really sorry for my defending these couple of last games because I've been really poor defensively, and Aston Villa do take 3 points. So if you did enjoy this, do leave a like and subscribe. Thank you for all the feedback and support, and I'll see you guys for episode 6 very soon.